team have an advantage over the other. He hate me. Trying to get out, and he does have a little bit of assistance, and actually his teammate jumps in front of him. It's like, hey, let me end that momentum for you real quick. Sanctify trying to get out, full health, having to go up against the flag carrier now. He's got a little bit of help himself, and actually let's switch over to the other carrier. Oh, the other carrier is already dead. Sanctify about to make this thing a 2-1. Although the flag will be picked up by Havoc to stop the instant cap. Havoc getting caught and MG down, not able to get around. It looks like it was BTF Adam. The flag, though, is dropped, and here's the cap. It's Real Wolf getting it done, getting BTF the second cap.
And so another thing about this map is that it does have nail gun and chain gun, and me, I'm always, you know, a chain gun fan coming from Quake 2, but no runes from Team Arena, which was probably an effort yeah, well, I mean, probably an effort to make it more appealing to the competitive community, but really, this map is so simple that the runes really did add that extra layer to it. So now I'm wondering if removing the runes just really kind of castrated the map.
Yeah. Nice little run there. Very, very quick and pretty solid on the strafe jumping. Tyrade's going to try to do it again, and now I can see why they wanted to make sure Tyrade had a pretty good ping, because he seems to be the guy grabbing the flag most of the time.
Pretty good. Wow, Square knocked down just at that crucial point. Sanctify grabbing the flag, now Havoc getting the trade-off here. And one of the things that this map will generate a lot of because of the segregated routes is you're going to be seeing, oh wow, really nice rail coming off of that jump pad. Railwolf trying to make it done with the rocket launcher and regen, and he does indeed do that. He hates me, or rather he loves me not. Again, getting a grab. Railwolf getting another one as well. But he does have that regen on his side, and really the rocket play in this room is really kind of awkward because for the large part it's so flat. Yes. So you really have to be good with your rocket placement at the feet of your opponents in order to get anything done with that. But Tyrade does get it done, getting the flag return. Currently Toxic 3-2 on BTF, and really these kind of front of the base clusterfucks really add something to the map, I think.
Well, you know, part of me is wondering if they kind of intended this thing for like a 3-on-3, you know? Because I kind of wonder how it would play at that level of player count. I think that would be pretty interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see that.
4 seems a bit crowded. Railwolf going to try to get out with 60 health, not going to make it happen because He Hate Me is there. And I think Railwolf is starting to hate him. Havoc going to get stuffed as soon as he grabs the flag as well. A lot of back and forth. We've seen 6 minutes burned away in this little exhibition match between these two guys, these two teams. We are going to allow them to play, you know, quote unquote, a real map in just a little bit. Tyrade going to try to.
I know a lot of people
try to get away. Not going to happen. What was that, Shahar?
Yeah. I know a lot of people aren't going to be liking the map, but really it does need to be reviewed. It does need a little bit of attention paid to it before we throw it aside. So consider this to be the real review here. What better way to do that than by seeing 2 4v4 teams go at it? And really, 3v3, yes, it probably would be better, but when a map can be changed that much by, you know, a simple addition of a couple players, and it really draws the line between it playing smoothly and it just turning into a spam fest, that's an issue from a design standpoint.
Well, yes and no. I mean, you know, it's kind of like CTF1 isn't really any sort of useful map when you play like, you know, 8v8 or something. And quite frankly, after 4v4, it kind of falls apart. So.
Well, it reaches a crank level of ridiculousness.
Yes. Like getting across center is ridiculous because you can be set down by, you know, 8 MGs. That being said,
but see, even on that map, there's a lot of you know, potential for rocket jumping across center, trick jumping that center area of the map, and even within the base itself. But here, there really aren't a lot of those opportunities.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe we just haven't found them yet. Maybe we need to go, you know, find Newbie and say, hey, find something to do with this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's been out for a day. You gotta give people a chance to. Well,
A
you know what I
day,
mean.
a decade, just
Quake
yeah.
Live. Quake Live.
Okay, okay.
Railwolf.
And
Again,
so,
not
are we going to see
anywhere.
the traditional roles of CTF change on this map where, yeah, you do need someone probably to cover Mega and to cover that lower mid? What areas do you predict people starting to cover here? I mean, do you see someone doing Mega and yellow armor, or sticking purely over to that side of the map?
Well, I think that this map does kind of lend itself to some zone defense. And I think, like, one of the things I'm really interested in sort of seeing evolve, if this does become sort of a popular map, even on public servers, there are so many, I think, really choice rail spots, you know, because like when you're defending the base, like what He Hate Me ran into there. He entered the base, didn't really see anybody, and then 2 railers popped out from behind the pillars and plugged him twice. So Regen kept him alive. He's going to go in for the flag, but at this point, BTF has gone pretty much full D at the moment. We haven't really seen a solid flag touch from them in just for a few minutes. So Tirade going to take another route. As we can see, this lower corridor allows you to kind of switch directions and come out different entrances and exits into the bases. So it's honestly, part of me thinks that you know, going the upper route is probably a bit more difficult because you're exposed, it seems like, to far more clusterfuckage. New word.
Oh yeah, I mean, the entrances and exits are tighter, and you just have more choice if you go lower. I mean, you can honestly disappear there.
Well, but then again, I mean, you are pretty much resigned to the route that you pick, at least until you hit a junction. So, and those routes are very sort of straight and narrow. So, you know, pretty easy for people to learn rail shots and able to, you know, bring back the flag at that point. Hell, you could even, you know, maybe put together some chain gun or plasma streams. Because you know, the players are usually going to move pretty predictably, strafe jump pretty predictably through those lower hallways. Whereas with the center, like honestly, if you take the upper route, when you get to the center, you actually do have some nice choices of rocket maneuvers. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Briefly, but now we're seeing He Hates Me with the flag going to be going up against Railwolf. Railwolf just blasting through him with that SG and is going to be taking yet another point.
Yeah, very, very solid move there by Railwolf. And yeah, I really think that we will start to see, you know, people figuring out some nice little trick jumps across the center, even getting out of the base. I mean, think about it. Once you grab the flag, if you do a reverse rocket jump to propel yourself forward, I guess, you know, towards your own base, you can get to that first curve where Square himself is at near instantly. So, you know, again, I think that we'll start to see some gameplay evolve on this map. We do have a flag grab by Sanctify. He's going to be gunned down in the lower corridors. 4-3, and we've passed the halfway point. What were these guys again?
All
Toxic
right,
something?
Toxic, not Avenger.
Something. Toxic Asterisk.
Toxic Encounter, that's it.
Encountered, thank you.
Toxic ass, what?
Asterisk.
Alright, so Tirade with the flag in hand is going to be ducking back over here, and this is one thing I noticed. If you see a flag trade-off like this and you're going to be attacked by the other team, yeah, you don't want to be like anywhere near the flag because near the flag base, because yeah, I mean, you need to distance yourself from that, because the only good cover, the only good angles are, you know, a good ways away from that flag, and that creates some interesting tension where if that pressure can be kept on, you know, sure, your own flag has been taken back, but, you know, the flag carrier does have to spend a couple seconds even getting back to his own base, because he's going to be hiding somewhere, and that somewhere is not going to be at the base, because there's like no cover there. Unless you count the pillars, but then you just end up pole dancing.